Easter 2023 with the Lovelocks in Sunninghill. Long photo trail of a few days before and over the Easter weekend. First of all, Robin's Corner, with warning signs about cats, more of those in a moment. Armed mice, where GPS was tested from the late 1980s. In fact, that is a Spot Satcoms tracker to replace the one in Snoopy's robot boat. And there's the spot where we tested GPS, and there's the lovely bit of garden sculpture that June gave Robin for his last birthday. Yeah, the old car being replaced by another old car. And what we have here are the two cats on guard duty. Bentley, from opposite, is the senior officer, and he has been training Tody. Oh, looks like Tody is misbehaving with a mouse. Doesn't do any good. Oh, there he goes. But doesn't do any good arming them. They still get mistreated. There was a dead mouse on the map yesterday. He had progressed to interrogating them in a friendly sort of way. Okay, is there anything to say, Bentley? No, I guess not. Right. So this was an example of my work, and some of my friends know that I seem to avoid work and get other people to do it. But this is where we keep the dustbins. But of course the important thing is the warning signs. This is Bentley, the senior officer, and he's checking out Tody's fort. Well, I'm not sure whether it's Tody's or the mice. Yeah, that's a better position, isn't it? Yes, definitely a higher point. Now, who's that down there? Yeah, I know, it's a bit much, isn't it? So let's go into the house before we run into that long photo trail, which is a shared trail to aid my memory, and of course it makes it more powerful if it's shared with a few others. So we come into Snoopy's robot boat that survived over 6 weeks at sea, and what you saw a glimpse of earlier was the replacement of this unit, the Spot Satcoms tracker, ready for this year's attempt. Yes, that was the camper van that we used to transport Snoopy down to the coast, complete with battle damage. June said Robin did it. Robin said the wall did it, but the wall is okay. So into the house, and Samantha is working from home. And we did manage to tidy up part of the table for an Easter Sunday lunch. Yes, there's quite a bit of stuff to be cleared up here. Out to the back garden here. And quite a lot of work I've been doing has been associated with trying to track down a leak in our pond. Now, rather than strip everything else out, start from scratch, it's been a case of going through bit by bit without any success so far, but I'm hopeful. So let's now go into that long photo trail, and some people will recognise some bits of it. Monday 3rd of April 2023. All we have here are a few photos of a get together of EASAMS guys and their family. Some may recognise some of them. It was at the Pine Ridge golf course. Didn't recognise that pub, that mug. Tuesday the 4th of April, and a surprise get together with neighbours to celebrate their wedding anniversary. So we went to the Cricketers pub and then came back for coffee and cake. That was a lovely occasion. And then looks like a visit to the Bansells in their village. To meet Romeo, the lovely Rottweiler. He's lovely. Be lovely if he didn't lick you so much. Yes, does do that quite a bit. Ah, a pigeon in Jeff's garden next door, seen by Romeo. I wonder if pigeons are tasty. Hello, Raj. And time to admire their garden before we're back home. Not sure where we're off to next, but this is probably showing off the work I've been doing. Yeah, some mice, the hide for the dustbins, usual features in their front garden, including garden sculpture, Snoopy's robot boat, and our journey on trackers, and my personal tracker. Of course, quite a lot of work was in the garden, but it looks like this was our walk in the evening along the edge of Virginia Water Lake. Hoped we might get a picture of the sunset looking back towards Five Arches Bridge. There's a little bit of cloud there, so we didn't see that, but it was still a lovely walk. With the moon coming up, practically full moon. The craters around the edge show that it wasn't yet quite a full moon. Mallard Duck, Five Arches Bridge. A bit later you'll see the full Five Arches. Overflight, and there's Five Arches Bridge, you can count them. Must get one of those plants or more. Blackness Gate, and into the Belvedere Arms for, what was it, a coffee? The stream, I believe June used to do a bit of fishing there when she lived next door. Yeah, a glass of wine for June, coffee, take a look at the pictures of the moon on her smartphone. They were pretty good quality. And that was the walk on the tracker. And back home. Perhaps that was a supper. And to look at the closed circuit TV. Now what do we see there? Yes, it's a fox coming for the peanuts, but there's something else. Yes, it's the hedgehog also coming, having some peanuts. Tody. A visit to Woodside on the next day. Work on the pond. trying to track out where the leak is coming from, in order that rather than rip it all out, he can just find where the leak is and address it. And of course using up a lot of rapid setting concrete wherever I think I may have found it. And of course, no, bad news, it's still coming out. There's a little trickle of water. So it looks like June's doing the big shop, shown on her tracker at Tesco. Should be coming home pretty soon. Yes, looks like she's arrived, so I better give her a hand bringing in the washing. Sorry, did I say washing? Bringing in the shopping. Yes, strawberries. Oh, something else from Wickes, which is, thought that foam filler might help. It has been useful in the past if used in the right way. And there's the trip out to Wickes to get stuff, and also Lakeland. June wanted to get some stuff, and a visit to Woodside near Ascot Racecourse. It seems, in a phone call from Michelle, who's still up in Coventry, and we'll bring her back soon, she was putting in a bid for this plot of land, and we find out that it was the site of where the old clay pit was. So we pop into the Duke of Edinburgh pub and have a coffee, and then a WhatsApp chat with family. Bentley from opposite joining us, and meanwhile, every now and again, where should I work on it next? Oh, the spot tracker. Anybody can see, if they're interested, where we are and where we've been. That looks like Wickes. That's Woodside, where we park the car. First of all in the road, and then there. Back home, Tody, relaxing in the lounge. Now what do I see on the spot tracker? Very similar information, except it's on foot. Into Wickes, Woodside, and back home. Work on the pond? No, that's not found it. That foam didn't help. Drill out the hole again. Top up the pond. See if we reveal anywhere new to try. Put out the peanuts for the wildlife in the usual spots. Oh, spaghetti's coming along nicely. Very tasty. Yeah, point out the health and safety signs. June cooking up. Tody relaxing. Women eating there. And of course I take my chicken wrap into the naughty corner in the lounge, where I can check the closed circuit TV. And what do I see there? Yes, it's the fox, but he's looking back at something. What's that just coming into the picture? Ah, it's a hedgehog. And he had to have his turn at the peanuts. I have seen them eating at the same time from the same pile of peanuts. It's now Thursday the 6th of April, and Tody has found a new place to have a drink, which is rainwater landing on the roof light. More investigation of the leak. Pub lunch, by the look of it, at the Red Lion, Lightwater, followed by coffee. So that's what the trackers showed, and then back home. Something being pointed out, is it rain showers? Oh, I did a bit of work changing the signs, but interrupted by a hailstorm. June's doing a little bit more painting. Yes, we have got some heavy showers coming through. Not just heavy rain, but heavy hail. But the pussycat still relaxes. And when it's not raining, progress a bit more work on the pond. At least work is diagnosing where there are leaks or not leaks. More tennis. Eat in the naughty corner with the closed circuit TV. Then Friday the 7th, this is Easter Friday, 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement for Northern Ireland. There's the patch that Michelle was thinking of bidding for. Lovely bit of sunshine. Bentley spends a lot of time around at Airplace. There he is in the lounge. Royal Ascot Tennis Club, that must be June. Tennis, and just got back. Watched by Tody. Trying to get reuse of those sledgehammers that the handles broke on. And the planned trip up to Coventry to pick up Michelle to join us for the Easter weekend. She finished work that day and can spend a few days with us. So that's the route there, past a few landmarks and into Coventry. Yes, I quite like that bag for my camera, even though the camera's still not working properly. Haven't been able to change it. And her guitars and artwork on the wall. And Robin drives back. And Michelle wanted to visit the Colne Valley Country Park. And so we stopped there. They decided where they were going to have a walk around the park. And Robin decided, no, I'll sit and relax, have ice cream and let them have their walk. And then on the way back, Michelle wanted to check out Woodside, that plot, to see it. And she decided to measure it with a long tape measure. Just checking that it was right on the drawings. And we get back and there's Bentley waiting for us. And the cement that I picked up earlier. Tody. Yes, hello Tody. Tody guards the premises, assisted by Bentley. Well, in fact, more than assist, Bentley does the teaching. And there's a trip on the tracker, starting with the Spots Satcoms tracker, showing where the car stopped and where we stopped on the way back. And got back home. Yes, more cementing work only takes a few minutes. And now this is the other new tracker, solar powered go top tracker, showing a detailed track, not just the current positions of the route. And then similar information off my pendant tracker. Difference is that that's with me all the time, so it includes the walks and back home. Oh dear, that leak wasn't found properly. Time to eat, and while the women eat in the kitchen, I'll take my food through to the naughty corner near the closed circuit TV and look for things like the hedgehog and the fox sharing the peanuts at the same time. There's Lady Michelle checking things out. Then Saturday the 8th of April. In the garden there's the new spot tracker hardware that I need to move the contract across onto. Not sure how to do that. I'm going to need spot support. It turns out that Tody is making good use. Oh yes, application successful from the DVLA for moving the special plate across onto the slightly newer car. Tody enjoying the sunshine. Robin sorting out the details of how to get rusty nuts and bolts out, and decided that the garage artwork needed a touching up with some white paint. It's like June, doing a bit of shopping. Cool, not sure who that was from. Looking for the right tools for the job. Should be back by now, I should think. Oh no, they've decided to swing into the garden centre on the way home from the shopping. So, should be back soon. Lovely sunshine. Yes, there's Tody in the drive. And they've just arrived back. And back home. Looks like I've done that job, aided with a hammer and a bit of yellow paint for touching over the rusty bolts. But don't go telling anybody. That's them having a walk. They decided they wanted to have a walk. It says around Savile Garden. Oh, that was a lovely contact by somebody who once worked for EASAMS many years ago. So I parked at the Comrades Club and popped over to the bandstalls. There's Raj, and Michelle was able to join for coffee and to meet, sitting out in their lovely spot out in the back garden. Michelle just loves Romeo, and Romeo loves to lick anybody. And that's where we were. We get back and see that Tody is enjoying relaxing in his little hidey hole. It's not really that. Yes, back into the garage, admiring the artwork and those old model aeroplanes and hobby things and a lot of other junk. I hasten to add that's not my junk. Tody. Yes, that's his route up and down at the back of the platform. He decides to lounge around on the drive. Yes, I've updated the QR code. The QR code that I'd got very quickly and easy turned out you had to pay every year for it. That one, it goes directly to the website. More work on the pond, investigating where water might be finding its way out. And time to eat. And what are the women watching? Oh yes, it was that. The Revenant, a film about trappers in the north. And yeah, there's the hedgehog coming for the peanuts, caught on the closed circuit TV. Sunday the 9th, Easter Sunday. More work, of course, on the pond, even though it only takes a few minutes. And June's preparing Easter lunch. So we're joined by Gary, Saskia, and so we have the 3 daughters with us for Sunday lunch. Looks like Easter presents being handed out, and for me they've got me Swiss chocolate. Meanwhile, yes, water coming out there. No, haven't found it yet. But it only takes a few minutes to check it out. And looks like Gary's doing the honours carving the chicken. June has been doing the cooking. And Robin checks out the parsnip. Not too bad. And every now and again check out what's happening outside. Oh yeah, looks like a nice meal. In a games room, and then strawberries and cream and cheesecake after. Cheesecake's quite nice. Some old mapping I stumbled on. Places are named differently. This is before the railway was built. And then relaxing in the sunshine in the back garden. The sun's quite warm. And so is Tody, I think that was. Yeah, still water leaking. Still haven't sorted what that is yet. A few plants will go in where we know where we can afford to put them in. Time to relax. And yeah, some nice little bits and pieces we got from charity shops. Apparently on those old maps, Bagshot was once called Big Shot. And looks like they're off on a walk. I wonder where they went for a walk. Oh, I'm going to just relax. I've had a hard day. You can see where they went anyhow. And Tony also relaxes. Can't be having a bit of a power doze or whatever it's called. Looks weird. And Pussycats enjoying their platform. That's Tody. There's us. Tody. And so just the usual pictures. Yes, lovely bit of garden sculpture. Sorry about that. A lot of this you would have seen before. As I've said before, sometimes with a automatic Google Translate from YouTube into any language, it can be of some use. Pussycats. Tody, that is. The tracker, GoTop tracker, where it showed we went. Oh yeah, I was checking out the new hospital, combined with another little trip out and back home. Phone call from somebody. I think that was Paul. Watched by Bentley and Tody. Totally watching Bentley. They do tend to get on all right. Tody having a drink, but not alcohol. And food. Cats patrolling the premises, front and back. Tennis on TV. Time for dinner. Sat in the naughty corner watching the closed circuit TV. Women come in with Michelle's cat, Lady, and what they're watching, oh, some boring Disney drama, if you call it a drama. The fox appears, and then the hedgehog. And we go to a garden open for the National Garden Scheme, NGS charity. But of course I continue to do a little bit of work on the pond, usually just a few minutes, looking at something and perhaps adding a bit of cement and then checking it an hour or two later. Bentley over relaxing in the games room, I think that was. That's a trip out. Probably to Wicks to pick up some more cement. That didn't fix it. No, still water coming through. No, what could it be? And now a trip to Penny Snell's place. Not that far away, half an hour's run, the other side of Cobham. So June drive, so I could take one or two snaps and use the car park outside. And that's the patch, and that's the charity, lovely charity, Moles Hill House. It had been here a couple of times before, but you don't often recognise a place until you actually get there. Lovely old garden. Cherry tree, I think that is. Nice old statues and things. And what's that seat? That looks like somewhere for Robin to sit and check out. That looks like the vegetable patch, complete with piggy wigs and bunny rabbits and chickens, and real chickens. Lots of lovely plants. I asked if she had any dandelions, but she said not to sale. Lovely place. And back home, with Tody enjoying his high platform there. Time to bring the dustbins in and work out how to put the dustbins back where they belong. Not easy to do when you're holding a camera as well at the same time. And Tody explores around. That's our trip earlier on the GoTop tracker, showing the exact route, including a trip to Wicks. Pick up some cement. Yes, more work on the pond. Now a major exercise of pulling apart the plumbing that drains water from the roof into the pond, going through oriental things. Yes, that is Lady, Michelle's pussycat. Hello, Lady. Michelle was checking out the area mapping, I think, there. And that's an old photograph from the photo trail, which was quite useful to see how stuff should go back again in terms of the jugs and where the water comes out and the rocks around them. Not easy. They're watching The Martian on TV while Robin checks the closed TV for things like the hedgehog eating the peanuts. Watched also by Lady. Yes, interesting film, isn't it, Lady? The Martian. Lady checks out the rocking chair, watched by Tody. Then Tuesday, this is the last day when this was all thrown together. So a few pictures that we took, and you've seen the video at the beginning of the cats enjoying. Samantha working from home, Bentley checking out the paint, and also the front drive. Tody relaxing, Bentley thinking of jumping up onto the car, but slid down, so he chose, let's check this place out. The roof is quite good, and that's another platform that's even higher. Yes, I quite like that. June gets back from tennis. And also enjoys the seats. Oh yes, a trip to the bank, Barclays Bank in the middle of Woking. Lovely spot there in the middle. Go through a transaction which is recorded on paper rather than rely on everything being online. We only have to do it once a month. So that's a trip recorded on both trackers, including the GoTop tracker that shows the exact route in and out and back, and then my personal tracker. It's similar to stuff, but it's me on foot. Tracking is caring. Quite a nice slogan. Samantha's working from home, and we're planning our route back to Coventry, but there's a load of rain expected, which could make it a less pleasant journey. This is to take Michelle and her cat Lady back to Coventry. The trains were running again, but not completely, and it would have been very expensive. I think about £200 if she'd have taken the train route back. That's one way. So looks like lunch for Robin, his favourite, scrambled egg on toast with sliced salmon. Check the trackers are working. Yes. Michelle says bye-bye to Tody, relaxing. And everything's loaded in the car, including Cat Lady. June's driving, so Robin can take a few pictures on the way up. So there we have 2 trackers, and we go past Woodside because Michelle wanted to check out another few details, like exactly where the water was. So we won't show all the route, but 1 or 2 landmarks. So we're now approaching Coventry. And yeah, into lovely bit of graffiti smile on the bridges. And we've arrived. And go into Michelle's place. There's the guitars on the wall. Lady can get out and check out the house, so it's still okay. There's the artwork that Michelle did and with her friend did. And so we can set off, but Robin can drive back. The rain or children's back home. And believe it or not, despite the rain, Tody was still outside and came back for a bite to eat. Take a look at her tracking, see if it worked. Yes, there's their visit on the spot tracker, the spare spot tracker. And that's the track on the Go Top, which is the new tracker we're checking out, including around the block after dropping Michelle off, and back home. Of course, several routes in and out of there in the last 24 hours. And on my personal tracker, same sort of information, but it's on foot. Then, surprise, surprise, time to put out the peanuts. Relax in front of the closed circuit TV. Oh, Tody looks as though he wants to come in. There we go. And that's it. I've warned you it'd be a long photo trail. So it only remains to say, look after yourselves, stay safe, and enjoy what days we have.